was 2022. I left work at 12 noon, where we are in the U.S. I'm not gonna tell you where we are in New York, but I was able to drive to Boston to see Aerosmith's 50th anniversary show in 2022, in September of 22, and I saw Extreme open up for Aerosmith at their 50th anniversary show at Fenway Park, and I drove 3 hours to get there, and I made it with time to spare. So I was flying through the interstate like that. But needless to say, though, it's a great show overall. But I didn't realize how much I really enjoyed Extreme's music until I saw them live open for Aerosmith, and also when I saw them, and I went back and revisited this album. This is their second album. It's called Extreme 2, Pornograffitti. And as we already alluded to and talked about. And it's for those who've listened to us for any period of time, I'm not the biggest. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm not the biggest. I love my hair metal, my hair metal and stuff like that. But to me, this one kind of stands a little bit on its own. It's 1990. Grunge has not come out yet. And this album was driven by the one of the singles from the record, which is the acoustic ballad "More Than Words," that was a number one hit single. Everyone kind of knows this album for knows that song from this one album, but not everyone really remembers the album because that was a number one hit single. The radio edits played contemporary to this day, whatever. But that's one acoustic song, one of two acoustic songs on this record that really have stood out to me, and really, I really do appreciate this record quite a bit more than I thought I did initially. And it is a hard rocking, super. I wouldn't say like super hair metal, but it's hair metal. And it's by Extreme, and there's so much I can go off of it, but we only have so much time, so I don't want to. So that's my little introduction right there. That I do love Extreme quite a bit, and my dad heard this album live from start to finish when Extreme was touring in 2015 and performed the whole album from start to finish. So he got to see the whole album start to finish live. So he's a big Extreme fan too. But let's jump over to the track listing for a second, the Wikipedia page. For those of you who watch this live, good for you. If not, just sit back and relax. So Extreme 2 Pornograffitti, or simply known as Pornograffitti, is the second album by heavy metal band Extreme, released on August 7th, 1990. And the title, for those of you who are living under a rock and not sure what this is, it's a blend. I'm not going to say that word at all, that word right there, but it's a blend of pornography and graffiti. That's where the album title comes from. It has a couple of other hit singles on it outside of More Than Words. I'll get to those track listing songs in a second, but just I didn't realize going into our show this week, I was not sure. I didn't realize it was going to be a concept album until I was listening to it more and more about how I did a little bit more research on it, and I was really some of the heavier stuff. I'll get to the track listing in 1 second, but just there are some songs here that just really are slick, and the production holds up really well for 1990. And a lot of the songs are just really hard rocking songs. You could throw them into a playlist. You could throw them into a hard rock gym playlist, and you could rock out to them no matter what. But if you listen to the album from start to finish, I've said this so many times, if you listen to this album from start to finish, you will actually have a nice little experience with it, a small story, if you will, which I was taken back by, and I really enjoyed it quite a bit. And then let's not forget, Nuno Betancourt's a phenomenal guitarist. I forgot how good he was until I listened to this album from start to finish again. But let's jump over to the track listing, shall we? So my standout tracks, and I'm going to rank them from 1 out of 10 because I haven't done that in a little bit, and Mike's waiting for me to do that. Yes, I know. He's like you haven't done it yet. So the track listing, it's a long album too. It's an hour and 4 minute song, but it's incredible. Decadence Dance is the opening track. Little Jack Horny is track number 2. When I'm President is track number 3. Get the Funk Out is track number 4. The acoustic ballad More Than Words, not the radio edit, but the radio edit is 4 minutes. This one's 5 minutes and 34 seconds long. I prefer that version personally. Of More Than Words, Money and God We Trust. It's a monster. I never liked how the font was here at all, where it says it and then a parentheses apostrophe s, a monster. It threw me off left and right with that. Pornograffitti, the title track. We're gonna get that in a little bit, actually. When I First Kissed You, Susie Wants Her All Day. What? He-Man, Woman Hater, which I didn't realize until I was listening to it over and over again. The Flight of the Wounded Bumblebee was in the introduction on Nuno Betancourt's guitar. I thought that was sick, personally. I didn't realize that until listening to it and going back to it. And Song for Love Very good track overall, and Wholehearted. Um, Wholehearted is a song I did hear live when I saw Extreme open up for Aerosmith back in 2022. And currently, and for those who don't know a little bit about Extreme, Extreme is currently touring on their sixth album right now. They're touring across theaters across the U.S. and if not the world. Check them out if you can. But yeah, um, my I gotta let me go back to the track list for a sec. Decadent Dance. This is an 8 out of 10 for me. This opening track, it's long. I'm gonna say that I don't want to repeat myself too much here, but these are longer songs than most other songs on you'd hear on like hard rock heavy metal albums for the most part. Like this, the opening track is 6 minutes and 49 seconds. That's it's a long track, but it's 8 out of 10 free. Very good opening track. Kind of sets the mood of where you're about to go with this record. Little Jack Horny, or not little, but little. I'm not gonna say it right. Little Jack Horny sits at four. This is a solid again 8 out of 10 here too. Just a great rocking track. I love it. When I'm president, there's actually a 7.5, a little bit less, but nothing, nonetheless, still something great. I do enjoy like his almost like his lyricism in here as well as just with Gary Sharon's lyrics and Nuno Betancourt's lyrics too. 7.5 out of 10 for there. Get the Funk Out. This is a 10 out of 10. Get the Funk Out. I heard it live. It is a great song. It rocks hard live. It's really great. This is a 10 out of 10 for me, and I love this track so much. Guys, it's just the bass, riff. They really cemented themselves as a band with some funk elements, but still stick to a heavy metal theme overall. And I really enjoyed that quite a bit. So Get the Funk Out's 10 out of 10 for me on that. It epitomizes what I love about funk music, rock music, metal music, and it kind of blends into one track. I do like that a lot. And then we get into the acoustic ballad of More Than Words, which is track number 5. More Than Words, I have a love-hate relationship with the song. I'm not going to go into it too much, but More Than Words is a very powerful ballad. I sit with this one at about a 9. It has some sentimental meaning to me outside of just being on this record. That's why I held it so high at a 9 as for an acoustic ballad. And everyone knows the iconic music video that Gary Strone and Nuno Betancourt did together. We're just playing an acoustic guitar and just them playing together. They did, and it's funny actually. They played the opening of Stairway to Heaven before they played that song live. It was pretty cool. So it's a little like the opening riff or whatever. So it's cool. Money and Gotta Be Trust, another hard rocking track. I'm sitting at like a solid like 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10 on this one. This is a good track overall. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special, but I do like it nonetheless. It's a monster. This is actually sitting at like a 7-ish. I could go 6.5, but I'll do a 7 on this one. It's hard rock, and I really like it quite a bit. And it's what I expect out of an extreme album, not just of the time too. A unique funk metal, not funk, but like hard rock, heavy metal with funk elements or acoustic elements or other elements here and there of this record too. I like the one quite a bit. So it's about a 7 out of that, 7 out of 10 on that one. Yes, we've said it numerous times now, but Pornograffitti. Um, there's no getting around it. It's just the album title, guys. We're not saying anything specifically. We're not trying to get canceled. But the title track, 8 out of 10. Nothing super crazy here. I do like it though. It's good, but it's not what I expected it to be. Like going back and listening to it again, and I have it on vinyl too. Believe it or not, I have this album on vinyl. Not an original pressing though, sadly. But Pornograffitti, it's just a great hard rocking track. Just a heavy metal hard rock track. I really like it quite a bit. I when I first listened to this album from start to finish, I was like, oh, that's a great track. And then I went, that's a great song. Then I went back to it. And then recently, I'm like, I forgot how much I really like this track, Pornograffitti. But it's not a perfect track. And I know for those who listen to any period of time, I tend to gravitate towards title tracks. This is a title track, but it's not like the best title track I've ever heard. No, but it's up there for sure. I do like it quite a bit. Pornograffitti is 8 out of 10. When I first kissed you, I forgot about this song. I really did forget about how much I enjoyed this one song. And like the piano in it and the strings toward the end a little bit. I forgot how much I enjoyed this song because I haven't heard it in like years since I heard this record last. It's like kind of like the guy's in New York City. He's kind of like just doing his thing, and he's like it's a romantic song, yes, but it's got like a nice twist of strings toward the end there that really just epitomizes the song. I'm sitting at about like a 9 out of 10 for that one. It was a beautiful song. I mean, kind of forgotten about because it's on an extreme album that's known for More Than Words, but this is actually really solid, like ballady song. I like the one quite a bit. And 9 out of 10 there. Susie, what her all they want what Susie wants her all day. What? Sorry, that was a mouthful right there. I'm spitting out words. I know. Great song. This is about a 7.5 out of 10 for me. Just a really, again, hard rocking song. The lyrics are like, of the time, but they're kind of like sarcastic at the same time too. Then we get down to He-Man and the He-Man Woman Hater with the Flight of the Wounded Bumblebee. Nuno Betancourt. You want to talk about really underrated, underappreciated guitarist? I would say Nuno Betancourt of Extreme. This guy is an incredible guitarist, and he is. I mean, no, he does not. He's not talked about amongst like the classic rock, hard rock community that much, in my opinion. But he's a big advocate for things like like how he was a big Eddie Van Halen fan, and you name it, go down the list. Look up Nuno Betancourt if you haven't researched him yet. He's a very, very kind of slightly underappreciated guitarist, in my opinion. He's just that good. In fact, when I saw him live, when I saw Extreme Live, they actually did the Star Spangled Banner. He did it on a solo electric guitar by himself, and then that's how it opened up the show. So he's a very talented guitarist. He's really, really good. And the Flight of the Wounded Bumblebee in the introduction to it didn't do much, but it's still like cool nonetheless. You know what I mean? Song for Love. Just a good song. It's not like probably a 6 or 7 out of 10 for this. Nothing super special, just kind of there. And Wholehearted. This is one of my dad's. This I saw like 9 out of 10 for me. This song has a lot of meaning to it because my dad loves this song. Wholehearted. It's just a great song that kind of closes off the record. And such a unique. It starts off with the acoustic guitar, and then it kicks into the rest of the electric band coming in. Just an overall great track overall for Wholehearted there. So 13 songs nonetheless. An hour and 4 minutes and 21 seconds long for Extreme 2 Pornograffitti. I forgot how much I love this record quite a bit. And when I'm going back years ago, my dad said, "Hey, I'm gonna go see Extreme. I'm up at I'm going out of time. Who are you gonna see? I'm going to see Extreme. They're gonna perform the album live." I said, "Oh, cool." Didn't think much of it at the time. Revisited recently, and I said, "Wow, I forgot how much I really enjoyed this record quite a bit." It definitely has like some hardcore, hard rock elements, some metal elements, some funk elements that just stood out to me quite a bit, and I just love. There's so much I love about this record overall. But I'm sitting at about a 9 out of 10 for this one. This album, I would say it's if you're looking for more bands or more albums to go back to from like the 80s or the early 90s before grunge hit, before Nirvana, and all that, and check out like songs that are just check out an album that and forget just a collection of songs. Just check out an album that's really just that good, and quite frankly, just has a great rock and feel to it, good vibes overall, and just I can go on about this record quite a bit, but I'm sitting at about 9 out of 10 for those reasons and more, because I forgot how much I loved this record initially, and then I went back to it for our stream today, and I was like, I forgot how good this was. It's so under the radar for so many people, I think, because most people just think of it for More Than Words, the number one hit single, and then everyone kind of forgets about the rest of the songs on the record. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But a 9 out of 10 for Extreme 2's Porno Graffiti.